Wow! So many questions. Hi everyone, my name is Galina, I'm Cooking Diaries Community Manager. Today we will try to answer your most frequently asked questions. I'm going to need a developer's help. Let's call our feature game designer Natalia. She's a pro when it comes to Cooking Diary. Hi Natalia!
Hi!
Today we will be answering questions that we received from our players. I hope you can help me out with that. But first, could you please give a short explanation to our players? What do you do as a Cooking Diary game designer?
I'm a feature game designer, which means I come up with new interesting features and events for the game.
That's why you are the right person to answer the questions from our players. So here's the first of the most common questions our players ask. I'll read it out for you. Can you make it easier to collect from Tasty Me Friends rooms, like a collect all button, especially now that we have 100? Thank you. Oh, I'm waiting for this feature too.
Short answer, we are working on it. For the longest time, we didn't want to implement the collect all button because we wanted to motivate our players to visit their friends' homes. But now we see there are way better ways to do that. And we are working on a solution, be it a simple button or something more elegant.
That's so cool. It took me ages to collect gifts from home, so I can totally understand our players. I'm glad you found a solution. Okay, let's move on to the other most frequent question. The game's content in terms of events seems to be recycled. It is not fun anymore as it is the same events, just with their name changed. For example, Sugar Rush, Paint Rush, Christmas Rush. I would like to see new events that are interesting. One of our players would also like to know, how do you make events like Food Truck, Magic Hats, Sugar Rush, Art Time?
We are working on new events, and by new I really mean new, the ones you haven't seen before. Last year we gave you some new events such as culinary experiments, floral coziness, magic hats, and this year we're gonna give you even more. Some are gonna be pretty easy and some quite challenging. But either way, our top priority this new year is to give our players a rich event experience. For example, we knew for a while that we want to make an event for our guilds because they only have guild quests to entertain them. And we also knew that we haven't yet utilized the idea of food delivery. We decided to use this as a theme and as a mechanic for our new event Mega Delivery. We discussed it, wrote a document, launched it into production, and pretty soon you're gonna see it in the game.
Looks like we've got a lot of interesting events to come. I personally can't wait to check them out. And here comes a question that interests almost everyone who's written to us feedback and questions. Can you guess what it is about? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fast map travel.
Yeah, that's right. So one of the pieces of feedback we received is, I find myself scrolling for minutes to get to another restaurant. Can we please have an easier method to go between restaurants instead of going from town to town?
Yeah, I've got something to say about this.
Really?
It is difficult to move through regions, isn't it? We discussed it and decided that the best way to change it would be to rework our map completely, and it is being done as we speak. This new map is going to include regions of Tasty Hills as districts on one screen, which is gonna make it way easier to travel and see your overall progress. It's also gonna include your house, your guild building, bank, and a couple more interesting features that I'm not gonna spoil just yet.
Wow, that's great. I'm sure the players will love it.
Fingers crossed. I know I'm waiting for it as a player too. And our team is working so hard on it. You might know that big features take a while to complete. We started map back in September and it still has a long way to go. Think about it, it has dozens of restaurants, 16 regions, a lot of changes to the game, and a lot of people are involved in production. So, things like this, they take forever to complete, but they're worth it in the end.
I bet it's going to be awesome. Thank you for sharing such wonderful news with us, Natalia. Hopefully we will see more of you in our videos. And we have to thank all of our wonderful players, of course. Your feedback really helps us improve Cooking Diary. If you want to ask the other members of the Cooking Diary team any questions, please let us know in the comments below.
We plan to keep you posted and intrigue you with our plans in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!
Bye bye!